Hello and welcome to the second part of the music I composed for the Hyundai commercial. And you can see now we are at the development. We can see the car from outside and then we go back to the development. Let's start with the square lead sound. So you can see it's coming from Zebra, and let's deactivate all the insert effects. Okay, now it's getting louder, and the first effect is the shaper box by the cable guys. We got two effects here. We've got time and drive. Now it sounds very crisp and very harsh. We will fix that later. Okay, and now the shaper box again. And now I'm adding lower keys. Then the Echo Boy by Sound Toys. And now we fix the harshness with the Fab Filter Simplon. Let's go further to the pads. We've got the Retrolock 2 by Steinberg. And one sound coming from Spire. And for adding a little bit color, the Prophet V3 by Arturia. And I had to clean up the signal, so this is the original. A lot of mid frequencies. So the first one was Soothe. Next I used the Fab Filter Pro multiband compressor and just reduce two different frequencies or two different bands. And at last, reduce the low frequency with a low cut in frequency. We go to the next part, and here we've got two sounds going on, Spire and a guitar. So the whole commercial is more than 60 minutes long, and I composed 3 different songs, and I wanted to use the guitar the whole time, so that we have one element that you can hear the whole time. Well, you can't recognize it very well, but I wanted to have it here for gluing it a little bit together. And now we come to the bass, to the first bass, because we've got multiple basses in here, and it's coming from Monarch inside of Orchestra by Native Instruments. Let's activate the plugins. At first, I added the decapitator by Soundtoys. I like to do it before I use a low-pass filter. Next is the microshift. I wanted to have the sound a little bit more brighter. So I used the microshift, but not very much. You can see I'm closer to dry than to wet. And I detuned the signal a little bit. And then we have the Simplon filter. Sometimes I love to use the Arturia Mini, and sometimes it sounds too big, too fat. So here I just wanted to reduce the high frequencies. So let's compare the sound. And you can hear it, we've got vocals in here. They sound like this. And they are edited with the altar boy, little altar boy by Soundtoys. This is how they sound in the original. And then I turned down pitch -1 octave, and then I turned on the formants to a -6 semitones. And let's have a look at the next part, because the first part mix was set to wet, so we just can hear the pitch down version. And now the other one is at the original like this. And now I pitch it down, and I pitch down the formants to -1 octave, but I just turn the mix to 50%. So now I hear both versions, the original and the pitch down version. So we have a great chord response, a deeper one and a higher one. And we've got more choir here. And you can hear the stutter effect. So let's have a look at the choir bass. We've got the Echo Boy by Soundtoys. Next is Valhalla Room. Now comes the stutter effect with the Shepherd box. You can do this now inside of Cubase 12 or Nuendo 12, and I automated the mix knob. And we go further. So we listen to the drums. So we've got a lot of reverbs and nearly just the kick and the snare are dry. So we've got two different kicks. So the first one is coming from Kick 2 by Sonic Academy, and here you can shape your kicks. You can set them to the right key. You can shorten the envelope or make boom, a long one, or a boom or boom. So a lot of possibilities. You can add your own click sounds. It's an awesome tool. And here I've got the other kick coming from a battery from a virtual write set. And then we've got the snare, and the snare I added the multiband envelope shaper by Steinberg for having a little bit more attack, but not at the lowest and at the highest, just at the mid frequencies. Then we've got a noise loop. With some plugins. This is the original. Sounds too much like a hi-hat for me, so we add the Bit Crusher by Steinberg. And let's clean up the frequencies. And here at this band, I use the dynamic feature of frequency 2. We've got a lot of different sounds that are doing some noises. And there is another reversed sound, a piano. And we've got two more pianos, the Drake piano by Orchestral Tools Metropolis Arc 1 and the Giant by Native Instruments by Galaxy Instruments. Now we get to the basses because we got a lot in here, and we start with Omnisphere. Here I could change the frequency by the mod wheel. And the sound was too harsh for me, so I added the filter mini. This is without. And we've got more basses here, and you can see I couldn't choose which one I used, so I used most of them. So let's hear them together. Let's hear them track by track. and they are created in Serum and Massive. Then we've got the group The Bass, and at this group you can see I added the free OTT multiband compressor and then a little bit multiband compression, but this is just for sidechaining. So I wanted the deep bass ducking all the low frequencies here. And these are all the basses together. And in the last part, there are a lot more synth sounds going on. This is coming from Rhythmic Aura by 8DRO, and we have sounds by Nexus. And the next sound is getting a little bit dirty because of the glide. And it gets dirty when they play together. And we've got a little melody, but this shouldn't be a real hook melody because in this commercial we've got a voiceover, and the voiceover is more important than the music. And now we listen to the choir group again. Okay, so I destroyed the signal with the decapitator and the bit crusher, and then I'm opening the filter. And this one moves you into the next bass note. Thank you very much for watching. When you got some questions or suggestions, just leave a comment and please give me a thumb up. Would make me very happy, and see you the next time. Bye!